But for anyone watching the replay, for anyone who is not familiar with me, the rooster, I've been in wellness for 24 years. I was a professional dancer for a little bit longer than that. And this whole journey of loving the physical body and loving nature, I grew up in Colorado. So naturally, I'm a hippie and love all things that fall into nature and being in the woods. All these passions have kind of brought me to two really specific things that both revolve around helping women clear out what's not working, help them pass that along so they can step into the softness of their own body. They can find the strength of their mind. They can hear their inner guidance and truly feel like they're living an aligned life. The first way that I do that is through taking private clients and online webinars and my online course, which is combining intuition, creativity, and the somatic experience. And the second one is this, helping women physically clear out what's not working in their body, what's not working in their space, so they can kind of lean into nature and stop fighting so much that what could become a little bit more easeful in their life. And that's what this is here today, stepping into nature a little bit more, which anybody who's drawn to this is probably already doing a lot of these things, so it could be a repeat, but just a good reminder. We're in a busy world. We're constantly going, and it's a pause and a mindfulness of stepping back into nature, not necessarily like a full 180 for a lot of us. So before we start, in true Nicole fashion, we're going to take a couple breaths. So if you're available, I think you're both at home, close your eyes. Just settle into your body. Listen to your own body's stillness and listen as it quiets a little bit, settles down. Inhale through your nose all the way to the top. And when you get to the top, open your mouth and sigh it out. One more time in through nose. Full open belly breath. Open your mouth and let it go. Last time in through nose. At the top, hold it, relax your jaw. Keep your mouth closed, exhale through nose. Taking a few more moments of easeful breath, checking that your whole body is relaxed to the best of your ability. And then gently open your eyes and come back. I need to do that more often for myself because then I would feel like the woman in this next slide. Okay, frolicking through a few. Perfect segue. um, I think what we don't realize, what I didn't realize when I started with stepping into more wellness and more uh, essential oils like 9 years ago from my late sister-in-law, is that there's way more synthetics in our environment than we realize. I noticed a lot more when I had a son because I think naturally, as caregivers of anyone, you're like, oh, I don't want that in their system. Me, it's fine, but them, no. And so I started realizing, like, oh my gosh, the obvious things, right? Like the Glade plugins and the fresheners, those are obvious, but things that we think are helping us are actually not. And so that's what really helped me step into it. And I think that as a woman, so many things come naturally to us. And so taking care of others is one of those things, and it comes easy to us if we're mindful of how to step into that. um, we're going to focus on essential oils today because there are a lot of ways you can take a walk. You can get cleaner products. There are tons of things that you can do to step into nature, but this is going to focus on essential oils because it's often the most tangible way to kind of cross not boundaries, cover a lot of space at once. Um, as I said, 9 years ago is really when I stepped into this with my sister-in-law. She did a 180. So she got pregnant and was like, I'm flipping my entire life upside down. There's no internet in our house. There's no chemicals, no aspirin, nothing. And it was really fascinating to watch because it worked for her and she loved it. Me, that was not my path. It definitely took me about 9 years to be like, yeah, I'm gonna really fully on board with what this means because I think small shifts are way more tangible for us in the real world. Um, And quality matters, especially when we're trying to do something that's good for our bodies. You're going to go to McDonald's, you're not like, let me see, maybe what's the best thing on the menu, or maybe you do, but I'm like, whatever, but like when I'm doing something that's supposed to be good for my body, and then I find out later, oh, that had synthetics or chemicals, that feels frustrating to me. And so quality really matters to me. And that's why I chose doTERRA. And I know right before we started the recording, we were talking about that quality matters. They are very transparent. Everything they have is 100% pure. You can ingest all their oils. Some things in nature are not meant to ingest. You're not going to eat a poisonous mushroom, but if maybe if it's ingestible, you can eat, and we do. We ingest the oils. I feel great with my son ingesting them. Obviously, more on this later. I don't want you to buy oils and just start drinking them, but but doTERRA does have a very high quality, and I think it's really important that if it's something you're wanting to step into, like building your medicine cabinet, it's something that's really, really important. Oils as everyday allies. It's like really what I think about them as. And the more that I get into them, we really truly use them every day. The second two, we're going to get to a little bit more, the body and the mind, a little bit later here. But the first one is, I think, such a beautiful place to start. Natural cleaning. I mean, all these things that are supposed to clean our house are actually not great for us to smell, not great for us to ingest. And every once in a while, my husband the other day was like, honey, don't be mad, but I'm pulling out the bleach. And I was like, oh Lord. And he goes out to the trash can. And I was like, it's okay, it's okay. But for the most part, like I don't love that that's around our systems. And so being able to make a really simple natural cleaning spray, lemon, On Guard, and peppermint, done. And there are so many that you can use for certain things if you're trying to disinfect. So I love that because I can give my child, when he spills something, I can give him that bottle. Say, go in the other room, you clean it up. I don't want him to eat it or put it in his eye, but if he did, it would be better than bleach. And so these are the things that I feel more comfortable with. Like, yeah, go clean with that. And we use it for everything: sunburns, sore muscles. We use it for calming rituals at our house. Every night we use the lavender. When we're trying to focus, we diffuse peppermint. There's so many ways to influence your mood with these oils, and I love that because it's subconscious too. It's going in through your olfactory. You're not necessarily noticing it, but it is making a difference. It's science, people. The thing everyone asks, is it safe? Excellent question. And we should be asking this. And the answer is yes. It's just like everything else. Is the oven safe? Yes, if you don't put your head inside of it, there's like, of course, yes, when it's used responsibly, when you are using your resources, it's absolutely, absolutely safe. Specifically, this gets asked when putting it on, obviously orally, but putting on topically. Dilution matters. So, whoever you're working with, don't be afraid to ask questions like, hey, my sister has this weird rash. Don't just put a bunch of oils on it, but dilute them and then see how they work. But it's incredible, like lavender and tea tree are great for rashes. We have this balm that we put on, all of us. If we get little bumps or anything, we just have a little bit of oil. We put it on. It smells great. Nobody's ever worried about. I mean, oil can get on things, but you're not worried about the chemicals, which I love. And the one thing that I really love about the team that I'm currently on, one of my lifelong best friends, Molly, she's created such a community around doTERRA and around the natural living. And so I always feel comfortable texting her. There's a WhatsApp group. I can text all these questions in the middle of the night, and there's someone in Europe who's awake. Constant questions that Bridget, my sister-in-law, would always answer for me. It's 10 p.m. My child's screaming. He says his ear hurts. I forgot what oil to put on it. You're kind of panicked. And she gives me, a tea tree and lavender. Okay, put it there. Oh gosh, he calms down. It's these things like, yeah, you can have the tools, but if you don't have the resources and someone to help you, it can feel really overwhelming. And so that's what I love about the safety too, is that I can always put something in the chat. There's doctors, experts in there to say, like, don't do this. This is my experience. Some people are sensitive to this, and it makes me feel even more confident about using them. Our everyday rhythms. My favorite is lemon in the morning. Most people know I'm pregnant, so my coffee has gone away. So even before I was pregnant, I do a couple of drops of lemon in my water every morning, and it like gets my system going, makes me feel awake. It kind of gives me like a zest. It is not coffee, but it does really help to kind of like aliven me. And then Dakota uses it. We have 5 little citrus bottles, and he opens up and he can use whichever one he wants in his sparkle water, which is a great substitute when you're like, "Oh, I don't really want to, have a sugary drink, but I kind of want something exciting." We use On Guard down the spine. We ingest it when we're feeling sick. It's an incredible, powerful oil. Congestion, the Breathe one. I think last time in the webinar, I said that Dakota reaches for it in the middle of the night. He'll grab it and put it on his little chest. It's way better than, I forgot the leading. It's a really Vicks, the Vicks. So there's a lot of beautiful ways that we use this on a daily basis, including the cleaning supplies. And then my favorite section, supporting the whole woman. We are caretakers, whether we are moms or whether we're just taking care of an entire world that needs us as women. I think it's really important for us to care for ourselves. Um, it is it is always others that we put first. And so I think by taking care of our bodies and stepping forward, it is a beautiful tool that we have, and almost like armor, we can come out fighting all the time, but like to have something to shield us to say like, okay, we need to protect myself now is really important. Things that I do every day, I take the VMG Plus. It's incredible. As superfood, it has so many of the things that your body needs, and it is by far the best on the market. Um, even got my husband on it, and he says he can tell. He's like, if I don't take it for a day, I notice a difference. And some people are like, no, I just feel great, but they don't notice it that dogmatically. But I take it religiously instead of my multivitamin for pregnancy, and I love it. I feel great on it. And then a million things, right? There are sunscreens. I use frankincense in my skincare. Hopefully it's showing here. I have not been using uh, Rachel's balm enough to say, but I'm putting frankincense in that, and maybe that's a good combo because frankincense is so good for your skin. Because they have electrolytes and probiotics and all of these things that our bodies need. And again, I feel very confident that they are clean and good for our bodies. Um, we as women constantly take care of other people, and the even taking a 20-minute webinar, taking a breath, going to the gym, taking a walk, choosing into these healthier ways of lifestyle are they're rare and they're important, and they should become less rare, right? So I want to stick to my 20 minutes because I know everyone has places to be. If you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, that resonates. I'm interested. I'm like curious to learn more. Not quite sure. Later this week, I will send out my simple shift starter guide, kind of give you an information and a little bit more how to understand and step into the oils. I know that a couple of you have already opted into the Little Bird Wellness, with some resources on how to support your kids, rebuild the medicine cabinet for them, kind of lean into nature in that way. And then my Gentle Reset, which is something that I am super passionate about. It's a 6-month series, same set of oils, but it helps you go through your house room by room so that it's not overwhelming. Every month you have one room, like, oh, this month we're going to do the kitchen, and we're going to gently let go of these things this week. And then this is how we're going to make the cleaning solution. And this are the things we're going to be mindful of. You don't have to make all the shifts at once. It just kind of gives you really tangible, small ways to notice every room in your house and clean through spiritually. There's ways to like clean through your closet, as well as like the obvious leaning into nature and taking care of your body. So it's kind of a well-rounded, for people who are like, yeah, I love that idea, but so overwhelming. That's how I feel about going green. Like get all the plastic out, and I'm like, where do I even start? So like that's what I would want. That's what I want for that. I would want a 6-month guide like this. And lastly, all of these are free. If you step into the oils, the support comes for free, the WhatsApp groups, the experts, the webinars, you can text me at any time. And the guides come for free. I just want you to have resources. What I had from my sweet Bridget for so many years of the constant support and the constant, like, I got you, or if I don't know, I know someone who knows and I'm going to take care of it. So An email will be coming with the replay after this. If you have any questions, you can book a call, you can text me, you can just send an email. Hey, these are the three things. It doesn't have to be professional. These are the three things I'm curious about. Send me the recipe for this. Sometimes even going through the guides can be overwhelming, right? Where was that thing in the 6 or 7 pages? So if there's something specific that you're like, I kind of like to get started, I just need something tangible and simple, please reach out. I am here. Okay, I'm going to let everyone go. If you have any questions, I'll be here, or send me an email. And for everyone else, thank you for your time. I know your time is precious because you are precious to me.
That was wonderful, Nicole. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Um, I know you want to wrap this up for the replay, but I just want to say I want to hear everything about the gentle reset and the toddler one as well, or the
Yes.
child subject. Yeah, I'm so excited. So I'll reach out to you for that. And
Perfect.
thank you. This was